Hey friends, and welcome to the last episode in this series where I talk to you about moving away from one-to-one classes and starting more sustainable programs and formats of online teaching. My name is Elena Mtonono, and I help online language teachers and coaches move away from the one-to-one hustle so that they can spend more time learning and growing and impacting the people, not just in one-to-one settings, but one-to-many. That increases their impact and that increases their income. In today's episode, I am going to tell you how to actually create a template of a program that works. Now, after years of trying different modalities, I've finally come up with a template that helps online language teachers get unstuck when they feel like, okay, I want to offer something that's not one-to-one classes. Can you just give me a template? And now, while you will still need to take it and tweak it and see how it works with your clients and get their feedback and maybe take a few things and put extra things or take away the things that you don't think are going to work for you, this template is going to give you enough bare bones to get started, to get you unstuck. Because this is one of the things that is very difficult for online language teachers when they finally muster the courage to move away from one-to-one classes. Then it's like, well, how do I do this? And that keeps them stuck. So in today's episode, I am going to share with you how to do it. And you can take this template and you can apply it in your own situation. As always, I am using my own doodles that I've created and I used throughout my masterclass that is called From One to Infinity. If you want to learn more, I actually recommend that you do enroll in it. It's going to be an incredible investment for your business, for your health, your physical health and your mental health, and for the future of your business. So in the description, find the link and enroll today. It's going to change your life. It's already changed lives of hundreds of online language teachers I've worked with in my community and thousands of language teachers beyond that read my newsletter and that follow me on social media. I would love for you to have this opportunity as well, because once you start teaching in a way that's not exhausting and labor intensive, the freedom it brings to you, the feeling of empowerment it brings to you, you will not want to go back. And if you do want to go back doing one-to-one classes, it will be a totally different experience. You will have more courage to charge more, and you will have completely different results because the people that will come to work with you, they will know what they want and they will be enrolling for the change that you will offer to them through the one-to-one setting. Now, let's take a look at the template of an online speaking program or any asynchronous program. It can be writing program that works. So let's take a look at the template of a program that sells. Now, I want to tell you that when you offer something like that to your clients, these are the things that you want to include in the offer. And they come from a place of learning, of practicing, my personal practice and the practice that the clients that have already done this, online language teachers like you, have gone through it and they have come out with these important parts, right? And if you want to sell a program, this is what you want to include in your pitch. I also want to remind you that the very first time you walk out with something new, it is possible that people will say, well, no, this is too different for me. Do not give up. Make a decision today not to give up, even if you hear no. In fact, if you hear a no, it's an opportunity for you to go back and ask yourself, okay, why is it? And when you're with the client, and if you're maybe trying to sell them a program in a class, ask them, why is it that you hesitate? Sometimes they will tell you right away, and it will help you get better at selling, as opposed to trying this once and then getting a no and saying, well, it doesn't work. Because that's not what scientists do. And don't beat yourself up about it. That is unhelpful. We want to learn and grow. So, a program, when you send a pitch, consists of really important parts here. First of all, you want to invite people to a very specific program, and you want to have the title that explains it in one sentence or in a few words, and that's not easy. So here's one way of doing this: improve this skill in so many weeks. Or you can say, like, it's a 3-week program to help you improve your speaking skills or presentation skills in a business meeting. So the people that this is being sent to, they already know this is for them or this is not for them. That way you're not wasting people's time, and you're also appealing to people that really need it. Okay, so as specific as you can make it, the more specific you make it, the better results you will get. Now, obviously, if your audience is mainly people that want to improve their language skills for work, then of course this program will work. So otherwise, change it. Speaking program to help you talk about your family of origin, to talk about feelings, to talk about different things that you want people to discuss, to have meaningful conversations, depending on the language. Then the benefit. What is the benefit? It's really important for people to know that this program is going to help them reduce time in class, increase their practice. They will be able to understand details, for example, remember words better, because they will be prompted to repeat them over and over again. Then you include the features. How is this program structured? What's included? 3 weeks of prompts, so many prompts. How long the prompts? How many recordings? And I always like to give people the unlimited feedback option, not option, as a feature, even though, of course, you're not going to just sit there and wait for them to send you a message and respond right away, but you will be able to give them feedback. And even if it's shorter, because you will send it more often, people will feel more supported. Then in your offer, you always include a price, and the price needs to be sustainable. Remember the previous video where I talked about how the price can be unsustainable and it's not helpful for you. Then you want to add the deadline or time frame. So it's not just, I have a program and I don't know where it starts, because when people don't see the deadline, they're like, oh, well, I have a lot of time. But when they see the deadline, they will be able to organize themselves and say, okay, I need to put together my payment information and send it. And then the time frame. And then you want to add a form. So if you're ready, here's the form. Do not go back and forth. Do not say, oh, how do I do this? Well, there's a link. There's do this. You want to streamline it and make it as easy for people as possible. And when you are selling a program, it happens that you might have these unhelpful thoughts, self-sabotage thoughts that prevent you from selling it even before it starts. And these thoughts are, and notice them, okay? Don't beat yourself up about them, but notice them when you have them. This isn't going to work for me or for my students. My students won't like it. Before you even sell it, you already decide that they won't like it. It's too hard, or I'm not good at it. Those are really disparaging, disempowering statements. And what you want is empower yourself to sell. So here are your helpful thoughts to practice. Every time you hear yourself saying, oh, this isn't going to work, think about something different, something that empowers you and tells you I can. I create my own results. I can do it. This is simple. You have taught so many students. You have enough evidence to show to you that you can help people. It's just a different way to help them. And actually, more empowering. I can try, learn, and grow. That is super helpful when you don't hear from people or when people say no. This is where you come back and say, okay, why was it a no? What can I do to make it a yes next time? And finally, the more I try, the better results I get. These are the things that are important for you to practice, not just this. Sometimes teachers really focus on, okay, how do I get things right? And that's where perfectionism gets in the way and procrastination, and they're trying to get the right stuff together when all they need is to send it out. And then before they send it out, they need to really practice these thoughts and notice how disempowering thoughts may rob them of the confidence they need to move forward. So because we're all language teachers and we all know that our brains are wired and they can be changed, even a whole new language, you can learn a new language and you can become fluent in it. It's incredible. And of course your brain can learn how to not think these thoughts and how to be rewired in such a way that you think helpful thoughts. I am so glad that you watched this video and this entire series. Thank you so much. Please share it with other online language teachers and coaches that you think will benefit from it. These are the teachers and coaches who might be exhausted from one-to-one classes. They may have enrolled into webinars to learn how to create online courses, and now they have this bulky monstrosity that they can't market or sell. Please send them the link to this video or this playlist that will help them, give them the tools how to move away from one-to-one classes and adopt smarter formats. If you're ready to dive deeper into this and actually be brave and offer programs to your existing one-to-one clients, you can do that already. In the description, there's a link to my masterclass called From One to Infinity, and I want to invite you to join it. It's going to change your life. It's changed lives of hundreds of online language teachers in my community at Smart Teachers Library and the people that follow me on different social media accounts. I hope that it's going to give you all the courage that you need to make that step that nobody else can make. The step into sustainability and abundance in your business. And if you're not ready for that yet, there's also a link to sign up for my free Smart Teachers Kit that briefly overviews different formats of smarter online teaching and gives you examples of how other teachers decided to work smarter, how they created their own programs and they're selling their programs, their memberships, their productized services. It is amazing. Thank you so much for being here, and until next week.